getting your passport and you're going abroad with the intention to try to manipulate and gaslight women who don't speak English as well and aren't really accustomed to Western men and their mentalities and their manipulation tactics. If you have negative underlying intentions, they will show up in your energy and she will pick up on it. These traditional women are super protected by the men in their families. So if you ever go abroad and try to mess with one of these girls, these traditional women, you do her wrong or you cheat on her or you lie to her, she's gonna send the men in her family after you and they will beat and probably unalive you. They probably will. You know why? Because you're a foreigner who came to their country to mess with their women that they actually respect.
American women do not need to marry for a better life or economic gain. Our standards tend to be a bit higher. A lot of these passport bros have been discarded because many of them are senior citizens who are mentally and emotionally damaged. They can no longer perform in the bedroom. They are not financially stable and they just don't have anything to offer American women. So we are very happy that many of them are able to find wives in foreign women like you.
Greetings, you polite savages, and welcome to another Tip Talk. You know, there's a fallacy called guilty by association. And that's what's happening when a lot of women are shaming passport bros by talking bad about the women that they perceive that they are seeing. By saying that these women have less education, basically don't have any options, dying to get to America. And once they get here, they'll be useless, an albatross on the man, and just basically, as the ladies in the daily wrap-up crew said, can suck a D and clean and hook, but can't get a job. I know a few Thai ladies who's immigrated here. Two of them own a business. One of the ladies has a hair salon. The other lady has a sports therapeutic massage that she actually treats Bay Area pro athletes. And we all know that the thing about a fallacy is that it's false. But something that is not a fallacy is that the Thai media has actually picked up this story. Top News with 2.05 million subscribers ran the story and really honed in on the fact that these women were disrespecting Thai women in that nature. Also, Thai television, 3+ News, ran the story from the Daily Wrap-Up crew. And not only did they run the story on television, they also ran it on their Facebook group that received 109.k views. Now, I have a lot of friends who live in Thailand, and two of my friends told me that their girlfriends are talking about the Daily Wrap-Up crew, and they don't watch Black YouTube at all. What I'm saying is that because we have such an issue, and because this is such a big story, we can't defend you.
Black women are talking out of pocket about the women overseas just because passport bros are leaving. And I'm like, y'all are so arrogant. They're too arrogant to see just how what they're saying will negatively affect them in the future. This one young lady I had posted, it pissed me off, y'all. She was like, oh, passport bros are only going overseas to marry prostitutes. They are so arrogant. The lack of awareness to realize, wait, I can't just be saying anything like that. When these foreign women start clapping back, Black women gonna take it to their social media and bawl about how everyone is against Black women and Black women are such the victim, ignoring all the negative things they say about foreign women. But when you start clapping back, all of a sudden, you are the one that's bullying. Oh, let's talk about it. You are the one that's starting beef, that's starting drama. But I am glad that everybody with common sense, everybody with too little bit of sense can observe and see the BS that has been going on. I am so glad that can realize and acknowledge and identify that it's the hyenas who started it. The hyenas are the ones who started being disrespectful because men are saying, hey, you're not feminine enough. Hey, you're not fit enough. Hey, trigger word, you're not obedient enough to be wives. So we're going overseas to find women who were raised to be wives.
To all the Western women that are shaming us for taking all the Western men, you better be thankful because I could also take your husband. I just didn't do it. You owe me one.
You got to be on your own like this. Because if we defended you, we would look stupid because you're living a falsehood. How are you going to travel around and go places knowing that you've said that? I mean, women don't like to go to the Dominican Republic. Women don't want to go to Brazil. How about Mexico? Women like to go to Mexico. Is the only place you're going for the rest of your life is to the Caribbean to rent you a dread and get How Stella Got a Groove Back Part 2? We have to understand that this is a very small world. It's so small that the TIP Network actually has TIP passports now with my man Flossberg, and we're going to be bringing you some fire content. So get on over and subscribe while you're at it. But it's such a small world that when you say something today, the whole world can hear it tomorrow. This one viral clip has many YouTubers made videos about, and now a 2.05 million website has covered it with all those subscribers. It is an evergreen story. People sliding people never goes away. As long as someone's Thai and they read that, they're gonna tune into it and watch.
Okay, let's talk about passport, bro, because you guys have seen a lot on social media at the moment. Me, born and raised in Thailand, I speak 3 languages, and you're saying that we Thai people have low education? You've been out of the States even. I don't know what type of people you have met in this entire life, but ma'am, what you're saying is reversing back to you as someone who might not have enough education. I have a Finnish boyfriend. I don't even expect his passport because I don't know how to speak Finnish and work in Finland. So it's not everybody who's doing that, madam. And if us Asian can treat men better than you guys, that's not our problem. It's your problem. Change your attitude, change your mindset, and probably you will attract better men into your life, okay? So yeah, if you don't want someone to look down on you, respect you, then start that from you first. Think about it because you're a grown woman.
So what are these women gonna do when they travel? What, these women never want to go to Thailand? Black women don't go to Thailand? I see black women from America and Thailand all the time when I was there. And they were in general having a good time. How are they gonna be perceived? Now I know what you're gonna say, Grover, it's not their fault that these women said this and you can't judge all women the same. But these women judged all Thai women the same. You see how it works? You can't expect grace, but don't get on people who don't extend grace.
When y'all say what y'all say, how should foreign women respond to it? Should they just sit there and say, oh yeah, these women are calling us uneducated, these women are calling us desperate, these women are saying all these negative things, not only about us, but our culture, our community, and they should just sit there silently and take it? They're representing people of the West, like it or not. Yes, it's only 3 women on this platform talking, but guess what? That's how stereotypes are formed. Western women don't think about how their individual action negatively affects their children and then in return affects their community. They only think about themselves.
Women of the United States and countries influenced by Western ideology with economic privilege. Let's use a buzzword that loves being used by groups of women that we know. I am laying the blame squarely on all y'all, promoting and encouraging this behavior towards people around the world, especially foreign women. You are supposed to represent us. And let me be specific, women from the United States on the offensive against passport bros who lash out and take their anger, frustration, and indignation out on our foreign brothers and sisters around the world. You are the problem. You are supposed to represent us. You right now are making us look bad. You're being terrible.
They care about the reputation, not only of their reputation, but also their family reputation, their community's reputation, and their culture's reputation. You up here talking crap about their culture, you starting war, sis.
In Thailand, like women that can speak very little English, women that don't have education.
The amount of disrespect in that video is unfathomable. Not only did you just generalize one country, but 3. Did you even know that in the Philippines, they speak English as their second language? Have you even traveled outside of the US yet? Because I know a lot of Americans that never even leave America. If you come to Bangkok, Thailand, a lot of people here do speak English very well as well. So I think you better check yourself before you wreck yourself.
The word has finally got out what black women has been saying about these foreign women.
If somebody check you, you go move the goalpost. And if they swing back the conversation, they say, no, sis, don't move the goalpost, then you just start bawling. Play the victim card and start bawl. And when the tears don't affect nobody, you just turn into full form hyena mode. Like, come on.
Avoiding accountability. This mindset in America, in the Western world, is a sickness.
The best way I can describe what is going on with Western women is they are being shrouded by the Dark Triad. This Dark Triad is a psychological theory of personality encompassed by narcissism, Machiavellianism, and psychopathy. Narcissism is characterized by grandiosity, pride, egotism, and a lack of empathy. Machiavellianism is characterized by manipulation and exploitation of others, an absence of morality, lack of emotion, and a higher level of self-interest. Psychopathy is characterized by continuous antisocial behavior, impulsivity, selfishness, callous and unemotional traits, and remorselessness. The different degrees of Dark Triad traits varies among these different women, from what I have observed and in my own opinion. But it's the best way I can describe the vitriol, the venomous spite that is coming out from their mouths and the content that they create. Now I'm going to have to explain to my Vietnamese friends, to my Vietnamese family, to my Latino and Asian friends and their families about your distasteful rhetoric and behavior. This Western woman, fourth wave, ultra woke feminism, modern woman mentality embodied by Dark Triad traits. You are embarrassing us.
You know, there was a viral clip of a man talking about how, to paraphrase, how he can't tell the difference between good women and hoes because they stand too close to each other.
Most women out here don't want to deal with a man who's going to say, baby, nah, don't wear that. Nah, baby, don't talk like that. They don't really want to deal with that. They rather deal with a dude who let them say and do whatever they want to do. And they think if a man be a man, it's toxic.
If you fuck a real woman, she's going to agree with you. Hey, maybe I shouldn't step outside wearing this.
This is the problem. The real woman is standing too close to the hoe. So we don't know the difference until we start talking to y'all. Their interests are the same. If you see 10 lions coming down the street, are you gonna try to figure out which lion gonna bite your ass or not? You're gonna be like them 10 lions. So unfortunately, the real woman agree with too much that these hoes is on, so we don't know the difference.
And this is what the modern Western woman, and Black women in particular, has done with this story. See, because you seen the story, nobody said that was wrong. I didn't see a bunch of women coming out saying, hey, this is stupid. I seen 2 or 3, but not enough saying, hey, this is stupid, you shouldn't do this. So now what happened was the Filipinas and the Thais started making videos. The Chinese lady started making videos.
I've been seeing a lot of these passport bros video going around where American women are getting kind of upset that men are leaving America to find their woman. The reason why men do that is because the women out there are loving, caring, nourishing, feminine, and the food like top notch. So it's like essentially what a man wants. Chinese, I'm from Hong Kong. We do shit on men a lot. We are bossy. However, we do been praising them when they're being an excellent man. Versus, I've seen a lot of women in America, they would be like, as he should.
If you ain't getting my hair done, if you ain't getting my nails done, if you ain't doing nothing for me, then I don't need you here. It's not 50-50. It's not 80-20. It's 100% to 0.
You see the difference? Like, that's just very ungrateful. Be his peace of mind instead of a headache when he come home. Respect him. Appreciate him. Let him lead. I'm very traditional. What I've been doing has been working very, very well for me. It's so simple, but it seems like a lot of women don't understand that.
I'm asserting my Asian and my European, aka white heritage to Western US Americanized modern women embodying these Dark Triad traits. Stay out of this fight. I'm talking to my white sisters. Stand down and say nothing about my Southeast Asian people and other people around the world if you have no idea about our and their culture. Hell, I get reminded by my own Vietnamese family that I'll never fully grasp my Vietnamese culture because I wasn't born there. This also extends to you too, my Asian American sisters. You know, if you were born or raised here, your people and family like to remind you about your funny accent, speaking your Asian language. You've become too Americanized. So it is up to you to practice restraint and stay out of this fight. This is not your fight. You don't live in these countries and you don't have a right to push your ethnocentric beliefs and ideology on other countries' cultures. So stay out of this fight. This is a teachable moment for all of us.
That's all I got for you today, you polite savages. What do you think? Did you think that this story was going to get so big? Did you think that 2.05 million subscribers in one news station in Thailand would have access to it? Did you think it was going to be on a national television? Did you think that they were going to be interpreting what these women said over and over again? I want to give a shout out to my man with the lens, my photo guy, and KD for helping me out with this story. And I want to give a shout out to all the folks who've joined us recently. We love you to death, and welcome to the TipTube Nation. And I want to ask yourself, you got to ask yourself one question. One question. Can you handle the tip? This is G and Scott. We out. Boom. Booty in your face.
We found true happiness